Rev it. Rev it. Is he gonna rev it? Damn, revving it.
Woo! Did you hear that limiter?
I heard it. Bouncing off that rev limiter.
You passed.
You passed, Ron.
Hey, listen, that's my favorite feature on this car because we don't have to run a siren. We could just go.
I love that. Driving a siren car, I don't know.
I'm not going to make any comments on that.
Kind of weird.
What's up, Larry?
What's up?
Fancy seeing you here.
Yeah. Can I just start off by saying how proud of you I am?
Aw, man.
I'm so proud of you.
Come on. I'm proud of you. You're racing too, Larry.
Yeah.
You're racing too.
Not Pikes Peak, though. Not yet.
Not yet.
But for those of you guys who don't know, Ron and I go way back.
Dude.
Way back.
Yeah.
We started working together around 2012-ish.
11.
11.
Yeah.
Gymkhana 4?
That's right. That's right.
Gymkhana 4.
I'll never forget. You told me, hey, listen, I see you have no idea what you're doing with the camera. You see a car, F4, like 200 shutter speed, work your way down from there. And I was like, oh man, Larry Chen of speed autos, help me, what the hell, that's crazy.
That is the worst advice ever. Don't listen to me.
I'm probably remembering it wrong, but I remember you saying F4.
Yeah, something.
Yeah, you and Lindbergh. Yeah, and I'll forever be grateful. You've helped me so much through photo, through everything, through being a pal. It's been a crazy journey.
It's so funny because we are so alike in that we live behind the camera.
Yep.
But all we want to do is be behind the wheel.
That's why we got into it to begin with. And then somebody told me somewhere around the way, they're like, you know, the number one way to not race cars is to work with race cars. I was like, oh man, no, I wish someone told me that earlier. But it's not true. I mean, it's been a really cool path to get here, and like the opportunity I have with this thing it's nuts, man. It's nothing I could ever imagine.
So also for those of you guys who don't know, and I'm sure most of you guys know, Ron was working with Hoonigan for so long, pretty much since the beginning, right?
Since day one,
Since day one. And then Ron was also Ken Block's personal photographer and also social media manager for 7 years?
If you count...
longer than that.
Yeah, it's 13, 14 years.
Okay, yeah. So my timeline is so off by everything.
It's all good.
I've done too many events.
Yes,
I've been shooting for too long.
We both have, yeah.
So, but now the cameras are on you.
I guess so.
Look
it's crazy. It's an incredible feeling, man. It really is.
But the thing is, you've always been tinkering in the background. You've always loved rally. You've always loved tarmac rally, driving cars, track cars, drifting, everything. But for you to drive Pikes Peak as a rookie with a manufacturer, what the hell?
It's seriously, it's cosmic, man. Like the way it all came together, you know, just like you said, I was autocrossing in 2005, then later on got into a little bit of road racing stuff, time attack, a little bit of rally most recently. But then this opportunity came up through a really crazy, we don't have enough time to even begin to talk about that. And all those skills, every time I was out in a car, whether it was in the snow in my Evo, whether it was on just a random track day, every time you're out in the car, it counts. It counts, that experience, that seat time, and I feel it on the mountain. You know, drove a ton of sim, did a little bit of practice and development in this car, and then you get to the mountain and you're so scared, you're so nervous, and then you go up and it just kind of starts happening. You're like hitting corners, you're like, wow, this is just exactly where I thought it was. You're like, there's this feeling that you just can't beat. And then you get to the top the first time, and dude, I yelled so loud. I punched my steering wheel. I was like out of control. It was the wildest. I was like, I can't believe I just did this. It was just a practice run. And you get to the top, and it's just like, you know, like craziest feeling.
That is so cool.
It's an amazing place. Yeah.
So then, aside from driving here for a couple test days, you've had a chance to drive this on the track as well.
Yeah. I started driving this car first at Hyundai's Proving Grounds in the Mojave Desert. So it's a production class car. There's not a whole lot we could change on it. So the things that we can change are really important. So we could change tires, brake pads, suspension tuning, and everything else is just safety and all that. So,
and then inherently with the safety, with the cage and all that stuff, maybe it makes it a little bit lighter,
Yeah,
but
for
also
sure.
stiffens it up.
That's right.
So you get
Yeah.
some performance gains from
Yeah, and you get a bucket seat. It puts you in the right place. Like you feel the car, everything.
Let's do a little walk around on the car.
Yeah, let's do it.
Well, as we used to call build breakdowns.
Yeah.
Right? So then, did this come from Hyundai as a factory car? Like
Yes.
a rolling, regular street car with all interior and everything?
This came exactly from the production line, one of the early cars.
Uh-huh.
But essentially the drivetrain, the body, suspension, brake calipers, brake rotors, everything is as it comes from the showroom. Literally the only things we changed are the tires, the brake pads. We did this little tiny shield right here. So the rotor is stock. We put this little shield here because it focuses the air. Instead of going out of the vent, it forces it outward towards the wheel. So it does vent the brakes a lot better.
Got it. But stock wheels, that's the craziest thing.
Stock 21-inch wheels, which did limit us on tire choice because there's no slick, there's no race slick that's a 21.
Right, because you're running the Advanced Sports.
Yep, the V107.
V107, like I run these on my street cars.
Yeah.
I would have thought that you guys would run AO52s because those are basically cheater tires.
Which we would love to run. I would absolutely love to see this car on it. But there's not a size in 21-inch that we could run on this car that would make sense.
And then that's the thing is you're sticking true to the rules.
That's right.
Beside, like you could have made a custom wheel, but then you would be breaking the
There was some like fudging that we could have done with like an option wheel or something like that. That was a 20, but we decided to go straight by the rule book, stay with the 21-inch wheel, and that meant that we had to stay with a 21-inch tire.
Right.
So we tested 6 or 7 different tires, Pirellis, the Michelins, the everything, and after a lot of input from Robin Schute, Paul Dallenbach, we kind of landed on this guy right here.
Right, because this probably helps in that it's so cold.
Exactly.
It doesn't get up to temp
Yeah.
until way later in the run.
Yep.
Right, so then
And because we're also on stock suspension, completely OEM suspension, there's no spring rates we could change or anything. So the sidewall stiffness actually helps us a lot here because you could do a lot of tuning with the tire pressures. Because at the end of the day, the car does weigh a decent amount. It's not like an old gas-powered car. You are carrying a bit more weight. So suspension is really important, and the way the tire behaves under weight, both on temperature and tire deflection, is super, super important.
And then you're relying on 100% mechanical grip because there's not a bit of aero on this.
Kind of. The best part about this car is from the factory. God, I sound like such a corporate boy. Don't pay attention to the t-shirt because we got a group photo after this. But for real, this car comes with a complete flat bottom stock. And that helps a ton with aero. It really does. So yeah, we don't have big wings. You could tell in the corners. There's nothing pressing you down.
Hey, it's got a rev limiter though. Who's doing that?
That's the Time Attack car.
Oh.
That's Robin's car. Yeah,
I can't even tell.
Dude,
where
the
it's
best
coming
part
from.
is we can put our Bluetooth to the speaker, so on the way down the mountain, I can play whatever song I want.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah.
You just blew my mind.
Oh yeah.
So then stock 2 motor, how much horsepower? 600?
641.
641
Yep.
horsepower.
And it's immediate. Like off the curve, off the hairpins, it's like 0 wheel spin. It's just, I actually pulled a neck muscle in this car because I spent like 4 weeks straight driving it during testing and everything. And the torque is so immediate that like my head's just going like this all day, you know? And so...
Shut up. This is your job now.
I know. Hey, I'm not complaining.
Yeah.
I'm not complaining. I'm just making a comparison.
Right.
Yeah.
But I'm just so happy for you. This
Thanks,
is just
dude.
so awesome that, like, this is what you wanted to do, right? It's like,
Yeah.
you know, what's next after Hoonigan? Well, the world, like everything.
Vinny and I said, we're like, you know what? Whatever we do, we got to do more driving. We got just more seat time, more track time, more everything.
And then also never just drive.
Never just drive.
You got to do other stuff
That's
too.
right. Yeah, we got some other things planned for this year. We're doing some racing in TC America. That's a little teaser. We haven't
with
told
Hyundai
anybody.
also.
With Hyundai also. Yep. So watch out for that. Vinny and I just got our SCCA license. I don't know who in their right mind would give us that because we learned how to drive in a parking lot in first gear. But No, it's good. It's going to be a really fun year with that. Yeah.
Let's take a look at the interior. If you can open up on that side. Oh, buddy.
Yeah, buddy.
Look at that.
Oh, the brain bucket.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then those shoes. Are those your racing shoes?
Those are my race shoes. So those are, it's actually a huge honor for me to be able to run these. Let me pull one out.
Yeah. I see them.
So these came from the Block family. So this is a DC Shoes Pro Spec 3. And because the FIA certification costs so much, and at the time these were out, people weren't really like wanting to spend $250, $300 on a race shoe. DC only made these for Ken in FIA spec. You can see right here.
No way.
It's their full FIA. And it happened that Ken and I are the same exact size. We're both 10.5. So Lucy and 43 Institute, they both said, hey, you're racing up Pikes. We got these shoes. You want to wear them? I said,
they're Ken's shoes?
They were made for Ken's program in 2023. Yeah.
And that brain bucket.
That's my favorite. One of my favorite accessories we ever made. You know, we did the brain bucket program with Death Spray, and we made those helmet bags. It was kind of a limited run, so yeah. Happy to run both of those things. It's amazing.
Really, really cool. I know for a fact Ken would be so proud of you right now.
I appreciate that, man.
Yeah, just so cool. Okay, so let me just look at your office real quick.
Yeah,
here.
I'll pop on that side. Yeah, so we got a lot and not a lot going on here. So we got arm restraints. That's a really important one. Obviously, we got the Halo seat, carbon Kevlar from Recaro. We got the rally safe system up here. That's huge for when we're on.
Oh, yeah, tell me about that. What is that?
Wow, they really laid on that one. So the rally safe system, you know, you have a bunch of people on the mountain running at the same time. You do gaps, but if something happens to somebody in the upper section and you're running middle, there's no one that could really tell you, yeah, there's flag stations and stuff, but this thing will light up completely red or yellow, depending on what's going on. If I spin or if I crash and something happens and I'm okay, I don't need medical, I don't need fire. There's a button I press on here that says, I've stopped, I've crashed, but everything's fine. If I need medical and I'm able to, I go up, I press medical. This immediately senses if any of the cars have crashed, gone off mountains, stopped for whatever reason, and it keeps all the other competitors safe too, and helps get you the attention you need a lot faster.
That's important because a lot of times it's fogged out too. And
Yes.
you potentially can't see the car if it just pulled off like one car length off.
Yep.
You know?
And here at Pikes, there's a lot of like blind, dangerous corners. So you're committed. You just are. You can't be thinking, oh, what if there's something on the other side? But that kind of lets you know. So even as a driver, it gives you more confidence in knowing that nothing's going to be around the other side unless that says so.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's great because not only are they flagging it, it tells you if it's red flag.
Exactly.
Right, got it.
Yep.
That's awesome.
So yeah, stock steering wheel as it comes, stock dash. I still have AC. I still have power windows. I still have a full entertainment system.
Wait, you have to leave that stuff in?
Oh yeah, that's all production. Yeah.
I feel like there's, some weight savings in there, but
on the AC,
still have all this stuff.
Yeah. You got all the things.
What's cool, I've never seen a cage that has this.
Yeah, so we tie in the floor to kind of contain the driver a bit better. Some of it's a little bit overkill, but at the same time, at a place like Pikes, you really don't want to mess around. You really can't be too safe. And, it's not like that extra gram or, a couple pounds or whatever is going to make a giant difference.
Yeah. Look, even the door. Like, this is not gutted even.
Yeah, that's part of what we wanted to do with the program is we wanted to show really, like, as showroom as humanly possible what you could do with one of these cars. And as much as we could keep stock, as close to original weight as we could keep it, that's how it is, even down to not having a race slick. So the time you see on the mountain is what an average Joe could do in one of these cars if they took it up.
Cool, well, good luck.
Thanks, Larry.
Rookie year, man, it's just, it's gonna be a different feeling when I see you come by, because I just hate to be all sappy, but it's just cool to see one of our own, a true media nerd a true nerd, car nerd, also media nerd.
About as nerd as you can get.
Yeah. Maximum nerdage.
Max nerdage.
Just in that car, just absolute wheeling it. Love it, love it.
Thanks, man.
Dude, thank you.
Dude, thank you. When are we seeing you on here? It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen,
Hey,
Larry.
that's the point. That's why I'm working my way towards up the ranks, you know, getting my licenses, proving my driving credibility.
Yep.
Right? Just through actual driving, through practice, not just petitioning.
Yep.
For licensing.
Yeah, you want to earn the seat.
Yeah, exactly.
In a real way.
Yeah, I mean, because that's really the ultimate equalizer.
Yeah.
You know, so that's why I picked up drifting.
Yep.
And,
which I heard you're doing pretty okay at. You're doing pretty okay.
I don't know.
Vinny went out with you the other day and he was like, "Damn, Larry was on my door." Which is cool.
Doors,
it's amazing.
Yeah. It's fun.
Yeah.
It's fun. I love it.
Yeah, Larry.
I just love this so much. I love it. All right, cool. Good to see you.
Good to see you. Thanks, Larry.